Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the graduates of the Faculties of Arts, Education, Engineering and Information Technology, Environmental Sciences, Science, the Queensland College of Art and the Queensland Conservatorium. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of dais and staff parties will enter. I will signal to you when you are to rise and remain standing until all members of the stage party are seated. May I take this opportunity to request that you turn off all mobile phones and pages, and may I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited within this auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, the Acting Chancellor, Mr. Henry Smerdon, will now address us.
Mr. Anthony Gould, Professor Dennis Lincoln, Acting Vice-Chancellor, members of the Griffith University Council, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. It is the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather and celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. On behalf of the Council of the University, I am pleased to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. This occasion holds special significance for our students who today are graduating from the Faculties of Arts, Education, Engineering and Information Technology, Environmental Sciences, Science, the Queensland College of Art and the Queensland Conservatorium. This evening, in the presence of family, friends and representatives from the entire university community, your dedication and hard work are recognised and rewarded. I would like to extend a special welcome to Mr. Anthony Gould, Director of the Queensland Performing Arts Trust. I am personally very pleased that the University has seen fit to honour Tony's outstanding contribution to the performing arts with the award of an honorary degree of Doctor of the University. Mr. Gould will also deliver this evening's occasional address. Universities are an important part of our nation's economic and social infrastructure. The Australian higher education sector has been transformed in recent years from a somewhat elite to a much more egalitarian system. Much has been achieved. Student numbers have nearly doubled over the past 20 years, and the sector has developed as a strongly performing export industry. Close linkages have been developed between universities, industry and the community, and these have played an important part in facilitating the rapid expansion of the sector and in preparing universities for the rigours of globalisation. Education, and higher education in particular, is essential to social and economic progress. While we have much to be proud of, unfortunately, Australia still has some way to go to match some other OECD countries, which consider public outlays on higher education sectors that are broadly based and accessible to be a critical investment in their human capital. The current higher education debate in Australia tends to be polarised by those committed to deregulation and the opening of the sector to market forces versus those committed to the more traditional role and nature of universities and academic enterprise. Such debate neither captures the range and diversity of universities' roles and activities, nor indeed reflect their purpose and nature. If Australia is to secure a strong, viable place for itself in the new global economy, the reality is that it must have in place policy frameworks and funding regimes which are supportive of higher education aspirations and outcomes, and which dismiss the notion that such outlays are a burdensome budget expense. The investment in higher education must be made, not only for our future, but for future generations to come. For its part, Griffith University believes that it has an important role to play in shaping the future, and we are committed to the enrichment of the Queensland, Australian and international communities through teaching and research. Griffith is taking and will continue to take a leading role with the federal government to address the need for additional student places for Queensland and the Gold Coast region in particular. The university is a strong supporter of the Queensland Government's Smart State initiatives and the Gold Coast City Council's Innovation City strategy. In partnership with the Council, the university has commissioned a feasibility study of its proposal to establish a technology park at its Gold Coast campus. We are confident that the facilities of such a park will provide a great impetus to the development of the knowledge-based industries which are necessary to ensure Queensland's long-term economic welfare. The university's commitment to the pursuit of excellence in teaching, research and community service is embedded in its forward-looking approach that combines the best of university traditions and values with innovation. The hallmark of Griffith's activities is the bringing together of disciplines in the development of courses and research activities that meet the changing needs of society. Its activities are enhanced by the university's close links with business and the community. Griffith is the 8th largest university in terms of Commonwealth Government-funded load, with over 25,000 students, and has won consecutive Premier of Queensland awards for export excellence in the category of education. Our university is a recognised leader in the field of flexible learning. We use information and communication technology-based modes of delivery and have 9 learning centres in operation across the university. Ultimately, we plan to have 13 such learning centres operating across our campuses, and all of our courses will be available in flexible mode. Griffith has an international approach to education and one of the most extensive networks of international linkages in Australia. Its international student population exceeds 3,400 this year and is one of the largest in Queensland. At the same time, Griffith also seeks to inculcate an international outlook in its Australian students by encouraging them to study overseas. Last year, nearly 100 Griffith students attended institutions overseas under the university's scholarship and exchange programs. The university is poised to establish itself among the top 10 research institutions in Australia. It is a participant in 11 cooperative research centres nationally and is ranked 11th among the nation's 38 public institutions in the latest Australian Research Council and National Health and Medical Research Council grant rounds. Griffith has more than doubled its performance-related external research income from approximately $11 million in 1992 to some $28 million last year. And I'm pleased to say that more than half of this comes from industry. Also, its students' enrolments in research higher degree programs now number in excess of 1,000. In less than 30 years, Griffith has grown from being one of the smallest public universities into a multi-campus, learner-centred research institution spanning the Brisbane Gold Coast region. Much credit for the success of today's Griffith University must be given to our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, who retires at the end of the year. Professor Webb was appointed to this position in 1985 and has guided the university through a period of rapid expansion as the original Griffith amalgamated with the Queensland Conservatorium of Music, the College of Art, the Mount Gravatt campus of the Brisbane College of Advanced Education, and the Gold Coast College of Advanced Education. Unfortunately, Professor Webb is overseas and cannot be with us today. While Professor Webb will no doubt be very sorely missed, the university is indeed fortunate that Dr. Glyn Davis, the present Director-General of the Premier's Department, has accepted the offer of Vice-Chancellorship upon Professor Webb's retirement. Dr. Davis has had a long association with Griffith, and we look forward to Dr. Davis's contributions to the ongoing success of our university. To our graduating students, may I say that now your studies are completed, you are joining an elite group. Only a comparative small percentage of the Australian population possesses tertiary qualifications. As members of this group, you can have reasonable expectations for better employment prospects and higher salary levels. The benefits of good education are well documented. It enables us to realise our potential as individuals, as members of our families and community, and in our careers. At the same time, education also brings particular responsibilities: to work for a better world, to be sensitive and responsive to issues of social justice, and to be competent, ethical, and hard-working professionals. I commend you on the achievements which already signified your personal determination, energy, and the ability to make differences in your individual lives. However, it takes more than determination to succeed. The building blocks provided by this university and the support of your family and friends should never be underestimated. In addressing the younger graduates in particular, in the years ahead you will change. Time, your career, and the people in your lives will affect this change. How you react will depend on your attitude, You will grow and learn and hear of things not always found in books or online. You will discover diverse aspects of the human condition. And I hope that, added to the wonderful knowledge you already possess, they will nurture tolerance and understanding. My final hope for all graduates is that your years of preparation to reach this point will be the impetus for much more work and study that will reward you with many years of happiness and fulfilment. I hope you will always give back to the world in keeping with the education and opportunities afforded you. May you remember with great fondness your time at Griffith and the contribution it has made to what I hope will be a very successful life for you. As we continue with this evening's proceedings, I would again express my very warm congratulations to each one of you and extend to you our best wishes for your lives ahead. I now call on the deans who will present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Acting Chancellor, Professor David Moss, Dean of the Faculty of Arts.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Arts who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Arts, Jennifer Benedica. Danon Brazel. Sarah Brownfield. Stacey Coleman. Dennis Dugan. Judith Hardy Holden. David Holt. Sean Howard. Dion Kelly. Sandra Kelly. Roy Link. Therese Miller. Brooklyn Niemann. Nicholas O'Connor. Albert Revelo. Melanie Rush. Paul Ty. David White. Tony Whiffler. Bachelor of Arts in Contemporary European Studies, Michael Klonowski. Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Katie Comber. Denise Cosgrove. Ian Cox. Catherine Fermanis. Michael Grace. Donna Green. Travis Kirby. Jason Manton. Paul Morton. Kerry Peel. Andrew Sampson. Sean Staunton. Emily Thompson. Shannon White. Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Sharon Buckingham. Kevin Jackson. Bachelor of Arts in Languages and Applied Linguistics, Emi Utsumi. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Languages and Applied Linguistics, First Class Honours, Christy Barrow. Bachelor of Behavioural Science and Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Letitia Bradley. Nicholas Finn. Michaela Jeffries. Alison Kingston. Simone Mastin. Tabitha Woodward-Zenades. Bachelor of Communication, Melissa Burton. Douglas Chapman. Chi Wang Chong. Sasha Clayton. Tara Conway. Alana Kurd. Nikki Curtis. Joshua McAtamney. Kane Mitchell. Leon Sharkey. Thomas Scargan. Bachelor of General Studies, Heather Arnold. Master of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Elizabeth Kenny. Master of Arts in Media Production, Wendy Lowe. Resti Raras. Master of Philosophy, Edward Bridge. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Arts.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Neil Dempster, Dean of the Faculty of Education.
Acting Chancellor, I present the graduates from the Faculty of Education who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Adult and Vocational Education, Thomas Blacker. Linnell Schofield. Bachelor of Adult and Vocational Teaching, Jeffrey Marsden. Bachelor of Arts, Samuel Hempel. Sarah Laslett. Bachelor of Education, Naomi Atkinson. Kay Lee Avalon. Andrew Braho. Leanne Chapman. Emil Corley. Vicky Cottrell. Nathan Coverdale. Melissa Dare. Kate Doilibi. Kirsten Edward. Kim Fanning. Stephen Foster. Chris Francis. David Gage. Andrew Gould. Carla Glennon. Brooke Griffith. Melissa Harble. Mihanaz Hanif. Jodie Harris. Taryn Hartley. Emma Hopkinson. Sherilyn Johnson. Matthew Lindsay. Louise Lyle. Melanie Newham. Lynn Nolan. Daryl Nunn. Sylvia Nunn. Anne Patchett Goff. Rebecca Pearce. Laurie Fitchner. Emma Polites. Richard Prince. Leah Ricks. Rhiannon Roberts. Kelly Ross. Claire Sheehan. Jennifer Skian Hugh. Lauren Tull. Andrew Turner. Natalie Voucher. Rachel Wade Minchell. Bridie Walsh. Ruth Winton Brown. Tanya Witt. Kerry Young. Bachelor of Technology Education, Paul Charles. Trent Clough. Christopher Ganella. Justin Hill. Jonathan Slack. Darren Trembath. Graduate Diploma of Training and Development, Bert Chuloon. Suzanne Puzaris. Master of Education Studies, Shirley Robinson. Master of Special Education, Trish Mark. Master of Teaching, Yu Min Hu. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Education.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Barry Harrison, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology who have been graduated in the following awards. Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering, Chris Gianna Aris. Brett Hannon. Duncan Johnson. Jose Quipsakeri. Stephen Sylvester. Brian Wythe. Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering First Class Honours, Matthew Ryan. Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering and Bachelor of Information Technology, Tyron Costello. Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering with First Class Honours and Bachelor of Information, Andrew Johnson. Bachelor of Information Technology, Shah Hugh. Benjamin Lauer. Daniel Purdy. Adam Ratkins. Donna Tang. Thomas Wong. John Yim. Bachelor of Information Technology and Bachelor of Science, Travis Clifton-Dobing. Martin Kozik. Bachelor of Technology in Microelectronics, Sam Lamb. Master of Computer and Information Engineering, Alan Yu. Master of E-Commerce, Alcazar. Ifan Chen. William Chan. Yuan Dong. Winky Ho. Chang Su. Carson Hugh. Carrie Lau. Ching Lo. Tina Shai. Rosemary Chenda. Jimmy So. Xia Wang. Jessica Wang. Shuhei Yu. Master of Information and Communication Technology, Qi Dang. Rayaz Syed. Master of Philosophy, James Kelly. Master of Software Engineering, Li Lai. Zealand Zhang. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of the graduates of the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Roy Rickson, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Environmental Sciences who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Science in Australian Environmental Studies, Suzanne Adams. Arnold Berbers. Angie Brace. Nardia Cans. Alex Cray. Jan Gordon. Narissa Henderson. Tracy Hill. Jamie Kahn. Carolee Miller. Christine Muir. Amanda Sargent. Michaela Vanek. Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours in Australian Environmental Studies, Michael Bartko. Edward Burton. Ben Cook. Janet Cumming. Rowena Warren. Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours, Division A in Australian Environmental Studies, Emma Blackford. Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours, Division B in Australian Environmental Studies, Sally Ward. Master of Engineering Science in Environmental Engineering, Martin Molee. Mahesh Murthy. Master of Environmental Education, Kumi Kato. Hirochio Suita. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences.
Acting Chancellor, Professor William McGilvray, Dean of the Faculty of Science.
Acting Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Science who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Aviation, Matthew Wilson. Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Alison Bell. Bachelor of Biotechnology, Darnia Blackmore. Sasandali De Silva. Bachelor of Science, Neil Ashmore. Maryam Ashrafi. Benjamin Barlow. Robert Cavalieri. Edwin Groom. John Halleman. Ben James. Chumno Kim. Jodie Morse. Carla Moynihan. Sarah Murphy. Tracy Smith. Hoi Cheong Vu. Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Sarah Head. Bachelor of Science in Laser Science, John Kenny. Bachelor of Science with Aviation, Marcel Canoli. Toby Graham. Graduate Diploma in Clinical Biochemistry, Lyndon Callahan. Master of Aviation Management, Hugh Ritchie. Master of Science in Clinical Physiology, John Betts. Master of Science with First Class Honours in Clinical Physiology, Cindy Hall. Master of Science with Second Class Honours, Division A in Biotechnology, Nagaraj Gopitivenkata. Master of Science with Second Class Honours, Division A in Genetic Counselling, Ingrid Meinecker. Master of Public Health, Sonia Preston. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Science.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Mostyn Bramley-Moore, Provost and Director of the Queensland College of Art.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Queensland College of Art who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Screen Production, Joe Tannock. Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Arts, Marnie Dean. Hanno Hallinen. Patricia Johnson. Max Lloyd West. Gillian Tucker. Anna Varanendorf. Bachelor of Visual Arts with second class honours, Division A in Fine Art, Megan Davies. Bachelor of Visual Arts in Illustration, Rowena Whedon. Master of Arts in Visual Arts, Perry Gabriel. Jacoba Oliver. Master of Digital Design, John Coe. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Queensland College of Art.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Simon Dehaan, Provost and Director of the Queensland Conservatorium.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Queensland Conservatorium who have been granted the following awards. Blair Fairbairn. Sean Foran. Michael Howarth. Vanessa Lee. Tom Leach. Daniel McGowan. James O'Brien. Josephine Robertson. Carly Walden. Anne Wu. Bachelor of Music Education, Jacqueline Atherton. Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Education, Katie Burrow. Graduate Diploma of Music Studies, Elaine Coates. Master of Music, Stephen Pooley. Darren Sardi. Master of Music Studies, Grace Chai. Mingxi Chai. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Queensland Conservatorium.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by students from the Queensland Conservatorium. Acting Chancellor, Professor Dennis Lincoln, Acting Vice-Chancellor, will now present a candidate for the award of University Medal.
Acting Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded in recognition of academic excellence to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with first-class honours. Acting Chancellor, I am pleased to present a graduate who has been granted the 2001 University Medal from the Faculty of Environmental Science, Michael Edward Barco. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentations for the award of the University Medal.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Mark Vernane, Dean of the Faculty of Postgraduate Education, will now present candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy.
Acting Chancellor, I will now present candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Today, the University is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Acting Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Arts. Dr. Burns has examined a neglected area in studies of criminal justice and gender relations in Japan, accounting for the patterns of judicial decision-making in cases involving sexual violence. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Catherine Burns. Dr. Flu's analysis of media policy found important connections between the public trust nature of broadcast licences, citizenship and forms of activism in the policy process. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Terry Flew. Dr. Ward examined the film and television industries in Queensland with specific reference to issues of regional industrial development and cultural self-determination. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Susan Ward. Acting Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Students bring many different backgrounds to their encounters with the demands of academic literacy. Rigid applications of these demands can deprive them of the opportunity to develop academic identities and opens the work of universities to social, cultural and political critique. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Colin Baskin. Dr. Bundy's research identifies links between intimacy and aesthetic engagement, enhancing our understanding of the experience of participants and spectators of drama. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Penelope Bundy. This theoretical inquiry into the nature of the constructed sociality of a student with a severe intellectual impairment demonstrated that the social agency of the student was not diminished by his impairment. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Anne Cislovsky-McKenna. This study documented teacher-directed geography lessons offered to Year 10 Taiwanese students, exploring the effects of cultural background and English proficiency on the students' classroom behaviour. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Karen Dooley. Dr. Madden surveyed 106 sign language interpreters from around the country in a study of occupational overuse syndrome. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Marie Madden. This series of 4 studies investigated the 3 elements of maternal sensitivity, namely consistency, contingency and appropriateness of mothers' responses towards pre-verbal infants. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Dennis Meadows. This research concluded that the current decision-making system associated with the planning and designing of education facilities is not responsive to the needs of education now or in the future. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Deirdre Thine. Dr. Yasin Shaw has developed and tested a model which explains creative thinking and the development of creative expertise through experience. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Irina Yasin Shaw. Acting Chancellor, the following graduate has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology. The control of industrial machines and toys can be greatly improved through the use of computer chips running newly developed software based on fuzzy neural networks and genetic algorithms. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Han Lei Liu. Acting Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. This study investigated the processes influencing the population genetic structure of freshwater fauna in the World Heritage Wet Tropics of northeastern Queensland and identified areas of high conservation value in the region. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. David Herwood. Acting Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science. Dr. Batzloff screened multiple fish species for the enzyme transglutaminase that is active at low temperatures. The discovery of this low temperature variant has many food processing applications. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Michael Batzloff. Dr. Bjorkman examined the role of the PEX13 gene in peroxisome biogenesis in mammals and the disorders that arise as a result of mutations in this gene. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Jonas Bjorkman. The bark of the species Barringtonia acutangula was examined for its analgesic properties. 16 novel saponins have been isolated and extensive spectroscopy was required to solve the structures. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Clive Mills. Through his research on the use of the atomic force microscope, Dr. Watson has made a major contribution to the wider international effort for its application as a probe of interatomic forces. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Gregory Watson. Dr. White has made the simplest functional analogue of a potent anti-tumour agent. Using this model, he has identified important structural influences on the chemical and biological behaviour of this class of compounds. Acting Chancellor, I present Dr. Rodney White. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Acting Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of Science to Professor Andrew Barry. Acting Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Science is awarded for original and substantial contributions of distinguished scholarship, adding to the knowledge and understanding of any branch of learning with which the University is concerned. Professor Andrew Barry is recognised both nationally and internationally as a leading scholar in the field of soil physics and environmental engineering. Professor Barry graduated from Griffith University with a Bachelor of Science with first-class honours and a Doctor of Philosophy in 1981 and 1986, respectively. He has subsequently worked at universities in the United States of America, Western Australia, and the United Kingdom. He is currently Professor of Environmental Engineering, Head of the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering, and Director of the Contaminated Land Assessment and Remediation Research Centre at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. In a career spanning over 15 years, Professor Barry has made major contributions to research in subsurface hydrology, particular contaminant transport and remediation, the application of mathematical methods to analyse hydrological processes, and coastal zone sedimentation transport, particularly aquifer coastal ocean interactions. Professor Barry is recognised internationally as an outstanding scientist who has made creative, original, significant and diverse contributions to the hydrological literature. In particular, his work on modelling solute transport in porous materials has important practical applications in the fields of contamination control of groundwater and agricultural soil water management. As a result of the quality of Professor Barry's theoretical and experimental research in these areas, he has been acclaimed by his peers as one of the foremost analysts in the world. Acting Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present Professor Andrew Barry for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon the Acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dennis Lincoln, to read the citation.
Acting Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Anthony Gould, AM. Acting Chancellor, Tony Gould was born in 1937 in Sydney and educated at Sydney Sutherland High School, now known as the Endeavour High School. In 1955, he was awarded a scholarship to study drama at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art in the United Kingdom. He graduated in 1958 and undertook an acting career in London, where he performed on stage as well as with the BBC and on commercial television. Tony Gould joined the Australian Elizabethan Theatre Trust on his return to Australia and remained with the organisation for 11 years. As administrator of the Trust's performing activities, he was involved with national tours by the Australian Opera, the Australian Ballet, international orchestras, concert artists, drama companies, and dance ensembles. He joined the Australian Broadcasting Commission, ABC, in 1972 as State Concert Manager for Queensland, and was soon promoted to the ABC's head office in Sydney. The ABC's concert department at that time was responsible for mounting some 750 concerts annually, covering audiences of almost 1 million people. In July 1979, following a worldwide search, Tony Gould was appointed Director of Queensland's $130 million Performing Arts Complex at the Queensland Cultural Centre. Since the royal opening of the complex in 1985, the centre has received acclaim for its achievements in the areas of dance, drama, symphony, concerts and opera. In 1988, the Performing Arts Complex hosted the largest international arts festival ever held in Australia as part of World Expo. Under Tony Gould's direction, the complex has become known internationally for its contribution to the development of social justice, performing arts programs, arts education activities, special initiatives for the elderly, the young, the disabled, and the disadvantaged of the community. As a member of numerous committees and organisations, Tony Gould has played a leading role in the development of the arts in Queensland and Australia. He has been a member of the Federal Arts Committee for the Australian Bicentennial Authority, as well as chairman of the board of the Queensland Symphony Orchestra. He has also served extended terms on the Council of the Queensland University of Technology, the Queensland Arts Council, the Queensland Cultural Centre Trust, and the Music Council of Australia. He is a member of the board of the Queensland Performing Arts Trust and the Australian International Cultural Council, which was established by the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade to promote Australia's arts image overseas. In addition to his responsibilities as Director of the Queensland Performing Arts Trust, Tony Gould was Artistic Director of the 1996, 1998 and 2000 Brisbane festivals, which received wide critical and public acclaim. He has been appointed Artistic Director of the 2002 festival. In 1999, on the 20th anniversary of the commencement of his stewardship of QPAC, Tony Gould was honoured by Brisbane Tourism for its special award of Outstanding Contribution by an Individual for his personal commitment to the tourism industry in Brisbane. In the same year, he received the Perform 4MBS Award of Senior Arts Administrator in Queensland. Tony Gould was made a member of the Order of Australia in 1994 in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the arts. It is fitting that Griffith University should honour Anthony Gerald Gould in recognition of his distinguished service to the arts and to the community. Acting Chancellor, it is with the greatest pleasure that I present to you Anthony Gerald Gould, AM, for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
I now call upon Anthony Gould, AM, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Acting Chancellor, Mr. Henry Smurden, Acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dennis Lincoln, members of the University Council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all graduating students on your success here today. Each of you has met many challenges to achieve this milestone in your life. I admire and commend your tenacity and recognise your self-sacrifice, which is so often part and parcel of the study process. This university is, by any measure, an outstanding centre for learning and scholarship. I say without fear of contradiction that it is viewed this way throughout Australia. And of course, our country has some of the best tertiary education establishments in the world. I'd like to speak a little about my life as a drama student and my subsequent career. Before I begin the substance of my talk, however, may I point out how significant this occasion is for me, because growing up in Sydney as the youngest of a large working-class family, one had few opportunities to ever be part of a distinguished academic community. One of my goals here this evening is to convey to you the special meaning that becoming a doctor of this university has for me. I propose to begin this through reflecting briefly on my early life and then sharing with you some of my thoughts on being an effective manager. When I was young, I wanted to be an actor, like the actors I saw in the movies every Saturday afternoon. This Saturday afternoon ritual would be very familiar to many young Australians looking for escapism during the post-World War II era. At the age of 8, I guess I really wanted to be a film star. At 19, however, I just wanted to be an actor. And I was fortunate to be awarded a scholarship to go to England to study at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art. A fateful opportunity which began a career in the performing arts spanning 45 years. Drama school and my ensuing years working as a professional actor in the UK exposed me to the extraordinary experience of life in the theatre. I'm afraid I never made it as a film star, but I have experienced a life which is beyond anything I'd ever dreamed of back home in suburban Sydney. My subsequent career has led me away from acting into production and arts administration, and finally to producing major stage and television shows, festivals, and running this art centre. As you'd appreciate, I've been involved with the staging of many hundreds of plays, musicals, dance performances, and orchestral concerts. And I've no idea how many performances I've attended over the years. Many thousands, I should imagine. As you can see from the silver of my hair, I'm not a young man anymore. Indeed, I've had an extraordinarily long working life. Over this time, I've been employed by a number of different arts organisations, and I've had first-hand experience of changing trends in public and private administration and general management. For the past 22 years, I've been CEO of the organisation which occupies one of the most expensive buildings ever constructed by the Queensland Government. I refer to this beautiful performing arts here this evening. Having committed my life to the theatre, I have a special interest in the future of the performing arts industry. It's appropriate, therefore, for me to commend this university on establishing truly world-class music and teaching facilities here at the Conservatorium on the south bank of our river. You all had a taste of that talent earlier this evening, and I really do believe that that ensemble was equal to anything, anywhere. The Con's commitment to excellence in the performing arts is the hallmark of a great university. Standards of excellence in the performing arts are only measurable outside of the framework of what is so often demanded in this age. It's important that universities spearhead the continuing challenge of educating the community on the subtle complexities of artistic endeavour. Complexities which have implications beyond the arts. This brings me to the subject of one of my concerns over the past few years: the extreme application of economic rationalism and corporate governments, and their potential to bog down development and creativity, particularly in the arts. Economic rationalism has been a huge windfall for accountants and consultants, but I sometimes have cause to doubt its contribution to the quality of life. I refer to those workers who wish to build a professional career based on sound values and job satisfaction, or who have an eye to long-term happiness with their families, or who just happen to be unlucky enough to be working in certain large organisations. And that, incidentally, is a big percentage of those of us who have a job. I think it's fair to say that the kinds of changes I've witnessed generally fall into one of two categories: those which have a technological base and those which are ideological. I don't want to dwell too much on the techno changes because I'm no expert in this area. In any event, such changes have been systematically and objectively documented throughout their evolution. We all know about word processors making their debut in the early 80s, the internet in the early 90s, and so forth. The impact of these changes has been revolutionary and predominantly for the good. I should caution, however, that we don't seem to take enough time to talk to each other face to face anymore. It's a little sad that some of the more engaging and fulfilling aspects of inter-workplace communications, collaborations, and debate have given way to emails and other dispassionate electronic network arrangements. This is a pity, and the workplace is poorer for it. But what about the ideological changes? I find these very interesting for many reasons. They're often dressed up as better techniques, new approaches, tighter controls, or accountability mechanisms. I suspect that these kinds of so-called workplace enriching developments can sometimes support a decline in the ability to use common sense and good judgment. It's my belief that excessive focus on economic rationalism has a tendency to make the simple complicated and promotes an assumption that everyone's performance in the workplace is suspect until proven otherwise. Let me hasten to say that I totally support the notion of accountability, and it's as essential in the arts as in any other area of endeavour. However, it strikes me as alienating and a little enervating that these days some managers believe that one virtually needs an accountancy degree to compile a budget. The point I make is sound management should be possible without the necessity to invest mega dollars along with a mega efficient infrastructure whose primary purpose, it would appear, is to seek out those workers who have somehow been found wanting in the accountability stakes. Such extreme levels of accountability, I believe, cultivate a focus on means, not ends, process, not outcome. If large sums of money are expended on the process, the outcome can suffer. I've found that employees, by and large, are extremely trustworthy. They don't take improper advantage of their situation, and they quickly become capable of performing the most complex of work-related functions. In the same vein, public officials, by and large, do a very good job. And I don't believe that draconian efforts towards oppressive corporate governance significantly impact on the collective morality of the workplace. I've certainly seen no evidence of it. Indeed, just the opposite. Over-regulated workers quickly come to dislike and distrust management and resent the roles management play as corporate policemen. So, to those of you in the audience tonight who are going into the management areas, my message is this: trust people and let them find their own way. Don't assume they'll do the wrong thing, and don't invest excessive resources in keeping them honest. They really are quite honest without our help. People have always had a strong tendency to live up to the expectation of others, and they will perform well through trust, support, and empowerment. I have some similar concerns regarding some facets of corporate governance. With the workforce under the rule of some kind of corporate big brother, there is again the risk that entrepreneurial flair could be stifled and vision could be dimmed. And now let me share with you my thoughts on efficiency, something which is often touted as being a benefit of economic rationalism and the end result of effective corporate governance. We all need to be efficient in the way we go about things, but that doesn't mean we should enshrine the doing of more for less credo as the most sacred goal in organisational life. Throughout my career, I've known plenty of organisations, and I'm sorry to say, a few managers, who have been highly efficient, but have added little value at all to their workplace. Let me come to this point another way. We often talk about being efficient and effective. Why do we put them in that order? Why don't we say effective and efficient? Better still, why don't we make a judgment call and just say effective? After all, efficiency is only a preoccupation with means and leaves us less time to consider what we really want to achieve in our workplaces. So let me say to you, particularly those of you who will soon be starting your career as professionals, be effective first and foremost. But getting back to the arts. Economic rationalists make the assumption that live theatre will die with the advent of digital technology, and that various multimedia incarnations will compete aggressively for the leisure dollar in future years. But anyone who subscribes to this theory hasn't been to the theatre lately. A visit to the theatre is often remembered for a lifetime. Not only do people find entertainment from performance, but on occasion, a life-enriching experience through challenge, confrontation, and provocation. Nothing gives me more pleasure than seeing an audience enjoying a performance. There's something life-affirming about a packed house of people connecting through a shared experience. The laughter of 2,000 people enjoying a joke on stage is still, for me, one of life's great pleasures. As I said earlier, it's certainly the case that the arts have to be administered along appropriate management lines, but that doesn't mean that extreme economic rationalism has to be employed. When such rationalists are in charge, the number of tickets which have been sold to an event, and the best way of reducing staff numbers in the relevant arts organisation become all important. All at once, the concert or the production is no longer the key issue. So far as I'm concerned, the quality of the concerts and the productions will always be the key issue. This philosophy certainly doesn't apply only to the arts. It applies to virtually all of the professions which you'll be entering. No matter what anyone may say to the contrary, there are certain things in life, those things dealing with people and the human spirit, for which there can never be a price tag. As many of you begin your professional careers, I'd like to share just a few more thoughts with you. Never be backward about taking up a challenge, and when necessary, making the tough decision. Don't always go for the safe option. When you've done your research on a project and you have developed appropriate knowledge, be prepared to dare. Focus on outcomes, not on process, and have faith and belief in your work colleagues. I believe that my having this approach is one of the reasons why this Arts Centre here in Brisbane is one of the most successful of its kind, not only in Australia but internationally. In conclusion, I should like to publicly acknowledge the support of my wife of almost 40 years, Jenny, who is here today. Without her help and guidance, I would have achieved very little. May I add that in acknowledging and thanking my wife Jenny, I also pay tribute to the special contribution of all parents, partners and families here this evening. To be made a Doctor of the University is indeed a great honour and reflects this university's high regard and commitment to the arts in Queensland. I should like to thank particularly Zanine Ford, my friend and colleague Henry Smurden, Dennis Lincoln, Roy Webb, Simonda Hahn, Greg Bamber and the University Council, as well as the staff of the university for this recognition. Most importantly, however, I wish all of you success, both professionally and personally, through your years, through your lives, in the years ahead.
In concluding this evening's proceedings and offering a vote of thanks to our new Doctor of the University, I would, however, just like to pause for one moment and just extend my congratulations to all those who have graduated here this evening. And I wish you every success in your future careers. I also encourage you to join our alumni. We are interested in where you go from here. I hope you also have an interest in following the future developments of Griffith University. And I hope someday that we may see several of you back here at further stages in your career as you undertake further educational programs. So please join our alumni and stay in touch. Now, on your behalf, I would like to thank Tony Gold, AM, Doctor of the University, for his occasional address. Tony Gould has shared with us this evening a remarkable, I think a truly remarkable career. He shared his goals and aspirations as he entered the arts world in London and then in Australia. He has expressed his views about the changing environment that he has experienced. The introduction of course, of electronic communications and digital media, and how that has changed the interactivity that we experience. He has expressed a view I've often heard said, I say, in Griffith University, about economic rationalism and the arts, where, of course, processes and finance, I have to admit, tend to take precedent over outcomes. One thing which Tony Gold has shown us tonight, he has produced outcomes. Outcomes for the arts in Australia, in Brisbane, and here on the South Bank. And I think we are, and I'm sure that I speak for most of you, we are collectively proud of what you've done for us. And I say, how long may that continue? I'd like to ask you to join with me in showing your appreciation to Tony Gold for his occasional lecture.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the music begins, please rise and remain standing as the dais and staff procession, along with the graduates, retire.